Government gradually reopening the economy as Prime Minister the Most Honorable Dr. Hubert Minnis admits measures of the emergency orders to stop the spread of COVID-19 are working. Good evening, I'm Jimenita Swain. Welcome to the Bahamas Tonight, the weekend edition. Thanks so much for tuning in. The Prime Minister's national address this afternoon shed some light on government's plans to stabilize the business community and ease into some type of normalcy in the unpredictable COVID-19 environment. Altavis Munnings joins us live in studio with some of the key points from the Prime Minister's address. Good evening, Altavis.
Good evening, Jimenita, and good evening, Bahamas. Hundreds of residents returning to work starting tomorrow as Prime Minister the Most Honorable Dr. Hubert Minnis announced that Phase 1B of government's plan to reopen the economy will begin tomorrow, Monday, May 4th. The Prime Minister indicated during his national address this afternoon that the phased reopening is aimed at striking the right balance between permitting some level of commerce to begin while promoting physical distancing and reinforcing the health and safety precautions to mitigate the community spread of COVID-19.
Starting tomorrow, businesses that can provide goods and services through delivery and curbside pickup will be able to do so Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Home and hardware stores, plant nurseries, and auto parts stores may expand to 5-day online delivery and curbside services if they have the capacity. This is, in addition to the in-store days those stores are currently allowed to operate. For example, home and hardware stores that are allowed to offer in-store services on Monday and Fridays may now offer delivery and curbside services Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. They may also offer delivery and curbside services during their in-store operating hours. Businesses must be able to demonstrate existing capabilities to take orders by phone or online and acknowledgement of receipt.
Construction in New Providence and Grand Bahama also resumes on Monday with industry protocols that cover transportation, the use of personal protective equipment, physical distancing, cleaning, and disinfecting protective measures. The Prime Minister indicated that those protocols were established in conjunction with the Bahamas Chamber of Commerce and Employers Confederation and the Bahamas Contractors Association. Although reinstating operations in various family islands was a part of Phase 2, Prime Minister Minnis announced that normal commercial activity resumes in Ragged Island, Brum Key, Mayaguana, Anagua, and Long Key, all in the southern Bahamas, on Monday.
Border restrictions as it relates to travel of passengers in the family islands remain, except for emergency and other circumstances which must be approved by the Civil Aviation Authority. However, residents of New Providence who are currently in the islands just mentioned will be allowed to return to New Providence. Curfew and lockdown measures remain in effect for all family islands, including zones that have returned to normal commercial activity.
The Prime Minister also commented on the incident involving permanent residents who flew to New Providence on a private aircraft last week with COVID-19 test kits. He conceded that the protocol for allowing Bahamians and legal residents to enter the country was breached.
I have now been informed that instead of the stated 2 permanent residents who were allowed to disembark and remain in the country, that it was actually 6 permanent residents who are all related. All of these individuals have tested negative for COVID-19 and will remain under a mandatory 14-day quarantine. The Minister of Health will issue a statement on this tomorrow. Citizens and legal residents of the Bahamas, the latter with a home in the Bahamas, will be permitted entry into the Bahamas via travel to New Providence or Grand Bahama, unless approved otherwise via air. Those individuals in these categories are to make contact with the nearest Bahamas embassy or consulate to them. Aircrafts and airlines proposing to carry such individuals are required to make flight applications in the normal course to the Department of Civil Aviation.
Now, the Prime Minister also added that each of those individuals will be required to obtain an RT-PCR COVID-19 molecular diagnostic test from an accredited lab prior to returning home, unless otherwise approved to have the test administered upon arrival. Now, the Prime Minister also indicated in his 35-minute address this afternoon that health officials may advise to return to certain restrictions. And if progress is being made in fighting COVID-19, he says easing certain restrictions may be quicker. We'll have more on the Prime Minister's national address in tomorrow's newscast. Reporting live, I'm Altaviz Munnings. Back to you, Jiminito.